Calaveras Taxpayers Association. I have some good news.
You're going to pay off my credit card yet for me?
He will only another
Bailout of the taxpayers.
He's contributed.
This thing I'm passing out is a free course on the Constitution. Now, if you read Agenda 21, it's really, well, it sounds pretty good. You know, collaboration and sustainability and all these good things. But when you look at it more closely, what's being ignored is individual rights, which is the cornerstone of the American philosophy. It's the philosophy of our Constitution. Well, this we have a course. It's free, and you can take it on the internet, and you can do quizzes and really get familiar with not only the Constitution but its purpose. I think if you could do this, when you take the oath to defend the Constitution, it'll have much more meaning to it because you know what you're defending and what you're protecting. So I urge you to take the course and also require any public employee that deals with the public to also take the course and pass. On other items, we have two candidate forums coming up. One's on the 23rd of April at the Calaveras historical building, I forget the name now. Armory, thank you. And the other one is at in Valley Springs, May 3rd at this famous golf course. And I think I'm trying to remember the name of that one. Lock and Tenton. Thank you for your help. And now it's well known where those two are. We're trying to organize another one for District 2 in Blanco or San Andreas. It's convenient for the people in those areas. So there'll be 3 that we'll try to do. On another item, we're trying to get the people whose properties are being influenced by the general plan update and perhaps are losing uses they presently have on the present general plan. So we're going to thank the planning director for putting a chart on the wall in their foyer that details the existing general plan where people can come there and look at the parcels. We still have a problem in that the on-site condition of that is not the same thing, and it's not readable. And yesterday we requested that the good one be put on the site. And that will allow people at home to check and see what their own parcel is and what the present use is. And the new uses are clear, and there is on site. So then there would be a way of comparing. We're sending postcards to property owners, urging them to check the general plan to find out what their uses are and what they're going to be. And if they have a problem with that, to contact the planning department. We're also putting signs up around the county to urge people to do the same thing. And we're hoping that if we're successful with our limited budget, like $800, we might be able to reach enough people that will be able to either approve what's happening to their land use, or if they disapprove, be able to communicate it and at least know about it. The biggest obstacle we have, well, in my opinion, the biggest obstacle we have is public apathy. Just almost like a lack of concern. Thank you.
Thank you, Al. Any other public comments?
Bryce Randall, West Point. I don't know if this is just operator error, but there used to be a spot on the website that you could comment on the general plan, and that seems to have disappeared. It was supposed to be there until April 2nd, I believe, but I don't know if it's operator error, but I can't find it anymore.
Grace, Calaveras County, there's a certain pattern developing, and fortunately it's slowly, because it took a long time for us to get here, and it's gonna take a long time to tear it down. I'd like to mention that Gentleman Mike, he happened before Discovery Bay, in front of the Supreme Court, able to establish that EPA is accountable, which before they claimed to be above and beyond, unelected. A bunch of folks decide what is good for me. Like, we should have CO2. There's a pattern developing, like shovel-ready jobs in this state. Little minor detail. It is a Chinese company with Chinese labor doing the bridge over Sacramento River. Little funny thing, the SEIU, because I don't believe they're getting the 7.25%, 7.5% interest return. Now they're investing in shovel-ready jobs in New Zealand. Minor details, okay? But there's a pattern developing, folks. And Agenda 21 and ICLEI, the bottom line is they equate property, land, to wealth. And there's a resentment worldwide that this country made something of themselves. They had the brains and the guts to create wealth and a better quality of life. And I don't know how far you're following all the different conferences of climate change, but all of a sudden, notice from some of the officials around here, there's no more global warming. Global warming has not been mentioned anymore. Of course, NASA came out, there hasn't been global warming for 15, 16 years. There's a cooling taking place. So it's green gas affecting the country. Well, California and Calaveras County, among themselves, going to be poster child. All this social progressive movement is such a big failure. And it's created by elected officials who are making promises and bribery to get their positions. They take and they spend it out. Now, we do have all the documentation to show some of our elected officials for their committees where the funding coming from. As much as resentment, we can go all the way to them, to Mr. Soros, the Tides Foundation, Ford, Rose, etc. And we're going to be able to more than happy to document for to the public where the money is coming from and where the money is going to, including local association. Because there's a lot of people, some people spoke over here that are on a payroll representing their interests, not just in this county, but in Amador County. Amador County people spoke and pushed the elected officials to give the Italian salute to ICLEI, well deserving, folks. Like it or not, folks, it took a long time to get here. It's going to take a long time to destroy it. But it is coming because we do have certain alienable rights. And that is to life, to liberty, and to your property. And regardless how much resentment you have, some folks have, and how much guilt trip they have for what they received or achieved, this is still a free country, and people are going to wake up and realize social progressive movement, I would call it this, a Nazi, an Italian, a Russian, whatever, it is going to fail. And unfortunately, there's too many people going to be hurt in the process.
30 seconds.
I experienced social progressivism in Eastern European Hungary. When everybody's equal, that's a dream. Some people are going to work a little harder. Some people will work a time and a half or 2 jobs to get ahead. And that does not mean they did it to share it. They will make the decision how they're going to share it. And they deserve it, they worked for it. If they got it in an illegal manner, that's a different story. But some people are willing to work a little harder than the next person.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.